Cal Berkeley and the Spiders as well, both famous for their zones. And here's a shot from Jordan Kerr.
Jace Dunabile runs it down. Of course he does. By now, it's Jordan Kerr to Jace Dunabile has been a winning poker chip.
Pollard trying to create space, stall count rising. Pollard just hucks it deep. It's a nice throw, and it is going to work despite the bobble from Paul Owens.
That's one of the greatest hucks I've ever seen out of a double team. That was nuts. I can't believe Pollard had enough time to get that off and then was able to step through, split the double team, and not only get it down the field, but put it on the money for the score.
How about Paul Owens making Roger Chu's heart skip a beat on that bobble? In 2021, lost a double OT heartbreaker and then got their scrumptious revenge in the playoffs a couple weeks later. White squeezes it through for Long, and it's a Flyers goal with 23 seconds left in the first quarter, excuse me.
White's break throwing has been very good so far.
On gagne rapidement des verges, une quinzaine de secondes maintenant, plein cœur du terrain. Montréal qui menace. Oh, belle passe ici, bien attrapée par McLeod. Il y avait de la pression défensive, 8 secondes à faire. McLeod devra tenter quelque chose. La passe, là, c'est droit. Oh, qui se faufile en fond de zone pour retrouver, je crois que c'est Warwick, le numéro 51.
Barker flips it back to Arters. Arters back to Barker. Barker through the double team and a wide open connection for Chicago.
Will be patient and swing it back, but Kerr on this sideline is deadly with that lefty inside backhand.
As you were saying it.
Yeah, well,
Lefty inside backhand to Jace Dunabile.
I'd give myself a little more credit if that one wasn't so obvious.
They've played DC super tough. The last 3 regular season meetings against the Breeze have all been 1-point losses. And yet here they are with a 2-goal lead on the Carolina Flyers. Joe White squeezes it up the line for Elijah Long. White, another quick release, pivoting forward for Gushohannes. Joe White going every other right now. And how about that throw and the angle? Joe White absolutely taking over for the Carolina offense. But a stall count rising, and somehow that works. How did he find that window to Long in the end zone? That was a masterclass from Joe White.
I thought he was going to get a 5th straight inside backhand for the goal after going 4 in a row up the field.
So efficient with the disc, especially as a receiver. It's off the other way as Stark airing out a flick. 60 yards into space. What a dime there from the rookie. Gripping it and ripping that forehand.
I thought that was Mechanix for a second. Looked just like him.
We got contact against Philadelphia. Searles Bose trots off the 10. Searles Bose rips a deep backhand. Fairfax in pursuit. He's got it.
What a beautiful throw from Searles Bose. I mean, out of the stoppage, basically a dead disc situation.
In tonight's matchup. Here's Hecht. Looking downfield, unleashing the backhand.
Now, how do you let Keenan Lawrence get open deep? How do you give Keenan Lawrence a step deep when Mac Hecht has the disc? I mean, that is just unforgivable.
Yes, sir. You're able to be on your person close enough on your singular matchup on defense. As beautiful throw there, and Khalif's just wide open, puts it into space.
Salon airs one out.
What a silky throw! Whoa!
Tracking that one down is Zeppelin Ronnig. Seems kind of unfazed by it. Just another day at the office for Zeppelin.
He can float like a blimp, and he can
sting like a bee.
One name we haven't really said is Gibson. So I'm interested to see if he's going to start making more of an appearance. I just feel like we haven't said his name, and he's been really good this season.
He's working downfield. I've got him at least 1 goal, and he's got to shoot. His ears may have been burning, Steve, for Bryce. And he's got an assist now if he's in. Yep. Growler goal, all tied at 11.
I'm going to take that assist in my bank because I told him he's going to start playing a little better. But yeah, great throw. That was a big, long 6'5" step out backhand to Bryce. And Bryce did a really good job. That thing was going near the back of the end zone, and he did a really good job toe tapping there to make sure he kept it in.
A nice upside down over the top to get some space for the Havoc. Now Ugetta puts it up.
Ugetta with a bomb.
What a great throw.
I wouldn't say a bomb, a dime.
Just an absolute dime. That throw was 100, as the children would say.
Colin Berry slicing it through into the middle of the field to Bivon. Vinotka going deep. And Minnesota's got it.
He will not.
Quinn Snyder with goal number 1 on the night for the wind chill.
We highlighted him for a reason. He is the deep threat. He's the guy that.
Yeah, nice physical D in the lane against Landisman. I think they've kind of got a strategy that's been working pretty well, taking him a little bit out of his game.
Stoughton to Feiner. Feiner shooting deep. Jackson turning on the Jets. Matty Jackson has the score. The Feiner to Jackson connection is a go tonight, folks.
Yeah, and you just love to see Feiner starting to open it up. Yeah, and if you're Oakland, you got to be very aggressive on this first pass.
Atkins with the hanging hammer to Danny Landisman. And Quinn Feiner, with almost no room, makes the grab, immediately turns deep, and puts it in Jay Frood's breadbasket.
And there's no question what the key has been for Colorado here in the third quarter. It's Quinn Feiner. For a second there when that throw went up to Quinn, I thought,
Just making every throw that would otherwise feel open feel very closed off in just a matter of seconds. But Austin Kelly doesn't have a problem with it. He's going to air this one out.
Visionary throw. Wow.
Plenty of time to run on to that for Peter Schmidt. You want to talk about bread and butter? Let's talk about these bread and butter backhands from Austin Kelly.
At this point, I've become
familiar with these combines.
Will, that happened right in front of you. What'd you see?
Yeah, so over on this side of the field, there's a white line that's a sideline, and then there's another red line that's the player line. The reason that's confusing is the sideline that's closest to the camera side is also a red line.
It's a break for the Breeze after the Flyers' mental error. McDonald for Merrill. And the first lead of the night for DC.
There was contact. But that's fine.
Mark Evans puts it up with just a couple seconds, and he's able to find Evan Switek with a hammer.
I think that the Salt Lake Shred are just a much deeper team this season. Magzik with the disc now for Oakland. Ooh, over to Hecht. Hecht with an upside-down throw.
Scooper that finds the end zone. Whoa.
Adkins catching a nasty scooper with a lot of hot sauce on it.
Looking long. You don't see Gusho Hannes huck very often, but White takes care of it. Still work to do. Scuber, Fairfax, money in the bank.
Joe White is putting a stamp on this game.
He's got to get rid of it here soon to avoid a stall, and he just does to Tom Green. Gets it right back. Vandy Mortel taking his time here. Flips it to the end zone, over the Chicago defense, and Michael Jordan scores for the wind chill.
Emphatic celebration there as well. That's what. Yeah, Shackner I think has definitely doesn't have the size for that matchup. Oh, and a missed block swing from Padula.
I think you got to throw that deep right after that happens.
Lally with a dime pass to Travis Dunn, and the break works out. Break conversion for the Growlers. They're back down 1, 8-9.
I mean, it was a offense subbed in there. It was a great timeout by Kevin. But
Long, who looked off Lawrence, was cutting deep, finds instead midfield cutter. Now to Lawrence.
Oh, Lawrence is thinking about it. There he goes.
Finds it in the corner. What a gorgeous throw that was. Reminiscent of a Jonathan Nethercutt signature. That was one side to the opposite corner laterally. A gorgeous throw, and Atkins picks up his third goal on the game.
Fluttery, if you're a handler, I think I would start to get a little serious. Here's a big shot looking for the end zone.
Lawrence to Magzig, no trouble. Tiptoes it into the end zone. That's a big flick throw from Keenan Lawrence.
Are going to have to go into there next week with a little bit of a different take on things. This away game was difficult for them, but Arters, he's going to try one last shot here, and it's a great throw. All alone, the running through defense isn't going to be there, and Sjogren will come down with the disc at the last possible moment. 0.3 seconds on the clock as the Union will hit 18 points.
That's a good high release backhand over Spicer's mark, and Frankenberg has it now. Inside shot to Lung. Shooting deep down the flick sideline. That's breaking the defense open, and Walker Frankenberg scores again.
And you can see, I mean, that was the Defensive Player of the Year, Cody Spicer, on Frankenberg, and he's playing in front of him. It's the same third huck. It's not necessarily a throw that you would.
In 25 points played. Deep shot from Lung, hanging it up to Lawrence. He's caught every single one of these tonight. And add another one to his tally.
Yeah, and it's another one of those things you don't know why Pronove bites on the under. Why would you do